Hello there to you all, brothers and sisters, and welcome to the episode 3 of this mini-series in the voice of Star Wars, Dark Forces 1, the true expanded universe in Rogue One. Now to today's gathering, and as I promised at the end of last week's episode, this episode will be all around the Empire that we have on the true expanded universe. Now to the first one, the Death Star. The only that can be point that might be explored on Rogue One is that the Death Star was built on a planet. In the true canon, the Death Star was built on the planet Despair, originally named Horus. And what many of you doesn't know, but all of you must, is that that was the first planet the Death Star destroyed. Now, there isn't much to say about the Death Star in Expanded Universe so far. Maybe Rogue One will show the locations in episode 4 and the locations that we saw in many games, like the Force Unleashed. But there is a tiny thing to speak of. This scene of the Death Star eclipsing a planet, maybe Jeddah, and a quick theory that this scene may be the destruction of that planet taken, just like in the true expanded universe. Point to the fans, like always. But the image of the Death Star looks so great and terrifying and beautiful, and I love it. But it's not new. On the Star Wars comic Infinity's A New Hope, 5 years after the destruction of Yavin and the Rebellion, the Death Star is renamed the Justice Star and Eclipse Coruscant. This movie taking an image from an Infinite comic, a non-canon comic, maybe a hint from the Force about the future that will come to Disney canon, we'll fight for that. Now to the next one. Orson Krennic. Well, not much to say, much less than a Death Star, just that the idea of a great Imperial officer with a uniform in white is not new, and it was taken from a rank that is higher than what his rank plate shows, cause it looks like the rank of the director is none other than Admiral. But that rank doesn't have the white uniform. That is for the 12 Grand Admirals, or 13, cause most say 12, but a few places say 13. And yes, many thought that was inspired and taken from Thrawn, by the looks of the evil Imperial officer and the white uniform with the luxury stuff on the uniform. And okay, Wolf Yularen have it when he was colonel and died on episode 4 about the Death Star. But again, detailing and pointing, the white uniform plus luxury items like a cape are from Expanded Universe. Which, now that I think about it, it will be better to see this character of the Clone Wars on Rogue One than this character of the Clone Wars on Rogue One. It makes more sense and it will be more grateful, even that it is in Disney canon. Now, moving on. The other troopers. The Shore Trooper and the Hoover Tank Pilot, like the Death Troopers, I want figures of them. And maybe make good 3-inch figures like the Death Troopers. And the small detail that they are a variant of Trooper, something that the movies doesn't show and is expanded universe purely, variant of Troopers, and that the Shore Troopers protect specific areas like beaches and shores, and the Hoover Tank Pilot or Tank Commander, well, they didn't have to wear that specialized armor to be a pilot of a vehicle. And speaking of armors, both armors have resemblance to some Stormtrooper variants. Those are the Imperial Navy Commando, the Riot Trooper, and the Radiation Thorn Stormtroopers, but mostly the Navy Commando, but still they look great. And if you want to see about the Death Troopers, click here to see the video only of the Death Troopers. But I will just add that the gear and armor looks a bit like the Nova Troopers. But now, moving to the TIE Striker. Oh yes, I saved this one for the last for a reason. The first time I saw it on the visual guide, I thought, okay, they did a new TIE, with those wings a bit of familiar, almost like. And then I found the images leaked on the internet of the Legos of Rogue One, which I was planning to show these drawings, but since the images are now legal, I can make my point better. I saw this and said, TIE Phantom. Disney, you did it again. Grab elements from the true expanded universe, and with that, my attention and the attention of many. But you didn't have to do it with Rogue One. Now, getting back to the TIE. It flies like this, but it's this image and this statue on the celebration that tell the inspiration, grab it and taken from the expanded universe. I'm not complaining, After all, this miniseries is not to hate, but to tell that they are not original, even with their creative freedom. But still, I want a fleet of TIE Strikers in titanium, in the one that Hasbro have that I can fit my pilots, the ones of the miniature games, and the one of Lego. Well, that was all for today's video. If you like this video, please share it with all you know that know Star Wars, rate this video, comment it, and join me on Facebook. Remember that this video is also in Spanish, and we'll see you the next week with the next episode, the Death Star plans. Until then, this has been Cardo of the Voice of Star Wars. Happy day or night, brothers and sisters, and may the Force be with you all, always.